Okay. So this is our project Who's Open, and our inspiration for this was we wanted an easy way to look at the information such as the location as well as the current status of all of the dining halls on grounds. And currently, my teammates and I had been just looking through the UVA Dine website, which has this information but not compiled all into one place. And it was very tedious to look through the different pages to figure out the hours and locations of all of these dining halls because of the way that the hours are slightly different between all three, as well as between the weekdays and the weekend. So what our project does is first shows you the current date and time, which is displayed here, as well as each of the three dining halls with a location. And this link will open up a new tab in your browser to a Google Maps location of this dining hall, as well as the status of the dining hall based on the current day and time, along with an image of each.
To create Who's Open, my team and I use JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. And in order to link the JavaScript and HTML files, we use DOM. And to collaborate on these files, we used a GitHub repository. We did run into some issues and some challenges while coding Who's Open. One of them had to do with CSS styling and image placement. So for example, on the PC browser right now, the image is centered, but we did into an issue earlier with mobile browser where the image would appear off center. But we were able to fix that. And we also ran into an issue with the JavaScript time functions, specifically to do with conversion, because this displays our time here in Charlottesville. But if a user wanted to access this from, say, California, which is obviously Pacific time, the conversion wouldn't have worked, but we were able to fix those errors.
Um, so some things that we learned tackling this project were personally, this was my first time using Git and GitHub, and I was able to learn how to commit changes that were made onto the remote repository, pull any changes that were made from my teammates, and also just write code in VS Code and push those changes as well.
Um, for what's next, we would like to add more places like libraries and gyms. We would also like to add when these places open and close and how long they are open or closed for.